Stockpiling food is a smart move for anyone looking to be prepared for emergencies, unexpected shortages, or simply to save money over time. But not all foods are created equal when it comes to longevity. That's why it's essential to focus on items that can truly stand the test of time, foods that never expire. From nature's own preservative-packed superfoods to pantry staples that have fed generations, these non-perishable items are invaluable. In this video, we'll explore 20 foods that never go bad, making them perfect to keep stocked and ready, giving you peace of mind no matter what the future holds. 1. White rice is a survival staple that can last indefinitely if you store it right. Forget about the original packaging, transfer it into airtight containers like reusable bottles, but make sure they're absolutely clean and dry first. To ward off rice weevils, seal the container immediately. Even if a few manage to sneak in, some cultures see them as extra protein, so don't panic. White rice's lack of natural oils means it won't spoil, making it a smart, long-term investment. Just keep it dry, cool, and tightly sealed, and it'll be ready whenever you need to rely on your emergency food supply. 2. Canned meat is a powerhouse for long-term food storage. Whether it's tuna, salmon, beef, chicken, or good old Spam, these high-protein options can last for decades. The key? Make sure the cans stay sealed and intact. If there's any rust, dents, or swelling, it's a no-go. Compromised cans aren't worth the risk. As long as you store them in a cool, dry spot and don't mess with the seals, canned meats will stay fresh and safe to eat for years. When food supplies run low, you'll be glad you've got these protein-packed lifesavers stocked and ready to fuel you in any emergency. 3. White sugar is one of the simplest foods to store forever. It doesn't spoil because bacteria can't grow on it. Just put it in a cool, dry place and transfer it to an airtight container. Forget the need for fancy specialty cans. Any sealed, airtight environment will do. Moisture is sugar's worst enemy, so make sure the container keeps humidity out. Properly stored, sugar will remain usable for all your baking, preserving and emergency energy needs. Stock up and store it right, and you'll always have this essential sweetener on hand, no matter how long it sits in your pantry. 4. Dry beans are a protein-packed food that can last forever with the right storage. In regular packaging, they hold up for about 3 years, but if you want true longevity, step up your game. Transfer them into Mylar bags, vacuum seal them, and toss in some oxygen absorbers. This method locks out moisture and oxygen, ensuring your beans stay fresh for decades. Don't settle for half-measures. Beans are too valuable to risk spoilage. Properly stored, they'll remain a reliable source of nutrition in any emergency. So, invest in a serious setup now and enjoy peace of mind for years to come. 5. Honey is nature's eternal sweetener. It never spoils, even if it crystallizes or hardens over time. Crystallization doesn't mean it's gone bad. Just place the container in warm water, and it'll return to its liquid state. Honey's remarkable shelf life has been proven. Jars found in ancient Egyptian tombs were still perfectly edible after thousands of years. Store it in a sealed container away from moisture, and it'll remain safe and delicious forever. When it comes to long-term stockpiling, honey is unbeatable. Sweet, versatile, and immortal, it's the ultimate food you'll want in your emergency stash for countless uses. 6. Pure maple syrup is a long-lasting natural sweetener worth stocking up on. Skip the artificial stuff. Only pure maple syrup has indefinite staying power if stored correctly. Keep it in a cool, dark place, and it'll be good to go for years. If you ever spot mold, don't panic. Just scrape it off and reboil the syrup to make it safe again. Properly stored and sealed, pure maple syrup remains a reliable treat, perfect for pancakes or emergency energy boosts. Take care of your stash, and this sweet, timeless gem will always be there to brighten your day, no matter what. 7. Hard liquor is the ultimate long-lasting beverage to stockpile. High-proof, unflavored spirits like whiskey, rum, vodka, tequila, and gin don't spoil ever. Just make sure they're tightly sealed and stored properly. Don't waste time or space on cream-based or flavored liquors, though those can go bad. With high-proof liquor, you get a versatile asset. Drink it, use it for medicinal purposes, or even as a barter item in tough times. Stored right, your hard liquor stash will maintain its quality indefinitely, always ready when you need it most. It's timeless, effective, and a must-have for serious long-term stockpiling. 8. Pure vanilla extract is a pantry essential that won't go bad. Thanks to its high alcohol content, it lasts indefinitely. Forget about the imitation stuff. Only pure vanilla extract has true longevity. You can even make your own at home using vodka or rum and vanilla beans. Once made, just store it in a cool, dark place, and it'll stay good forever. Use it for baking, cooking, or adding flavor to drinks. When it comes to stockpiling, vanilla extract is an easy, low-maintenance item that'll never let you down, no matter how long it sits on your shelf. 9. Vinegar, particularly white vinegar, is a must-have in any long-term stockpile. Its high acidity prevents spoilage, making it last indefinitely. Unlike most foods, vinegar doesn't need special storage, just keep it in its original container, stored in a cool, dark place. It's already a fermented product, so its properties stay the same over time. Vinegar's versatility goes beyond cooking. Use it for cleaning, preserving, or even medicinal purposes. Stockpile it now, and you'll have a useful, long-lasting product that won't go bad no matter how much time passes. Simply put, vinegar is the ultimate non-perishable powerhouse. 10. Powdered milk is a practical food to stockpile because when unopened, it can last indefinitely in a dry, oxygen-free environment. The key is proper storage. Keep it in airtight containers to avoid exposure to moisture or air, which can cause spoilage. Once opened, however, its shelf life drops to about 3 months, so be mindful of when you open a new container. For long-term storage, make sure the container is sealed tight and stored in a cool, dry place. Stock up now, and you'll have a reliable dairy substitute that won't expire, provided it's kept in the right conditions. 11. Cornstarch is a versatile pantry staple that can last indefinitely when stored properly. Keep it in a dry, cool place, and it'll remain effective for thickening sauces, soups, and gravies for as long as you need it. Proper storage is key. Avoid moisture, which can cause clumping and spoilage. Cornstarch doesn't go bad as long as it's kept sealed and dry. It's simple. Store it right, and you won't need to worry about expiration. When stockpiling, cornstarch is a low-maintenance, long-lasting item that will stay ready to use whenever you need it. 12. Canned vegetables like corn, peas, and green beans are perfect for long-term stockpiling. As long as the can remains sealed and intact, these veggies can last for decades. The sealed cans protect against spoilage, ensuring the contents stay safe and edible for years. The key is to store them in a cool, dry place and check for any damage to the cans. Dented or rusted cans should be avoided, as they can compromise the quality. When properly stored, canned vegetables will be a reliable, low-maintenance addition to your emergency food stash, ready whenever you need them. 13. Dry pasta is an excellent addition to your long-term stockpile. When stored in airtight containers or Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, it can last indefinitely. The main thing to keep in mind is protecting it from moisture and pests, particularly mice, which love pasta. If kept sealed and in a cool, dry place, your pasta stash will remain safe and ready for use at any time. Avoid the temptation to leave it in the original box, as it won't protect against moisture or pests. With proper storage, dry pasta is a reliable, long-lasting food that won't let you down. 14. Coffee and tea are essential items for long-term stockpiling, but they need proper storage to last. Coffee should be kept dry, dark, and airtight for maximum shelf life. Vacuum sealing with oxygen absorbers is ideal. Loose leaf tea outlasts bagged tea, so store it the same way to maintain freshness. Instant coffee is the best for longevity and should be kept in its original packaging to prevent air and moisture from degrading it. Store both in a cool, dry place, and they'll stay fresh and ready to fuel you for years, no matter how long it sits on the shelf. 15. Soy sauce is a no-brainer for long-term stockpiling. Thanks to its salty, fermented nature, it has an indefinite shelf life as long as it's stored properly. Keep it in a cool, dark place, and the flavor and quality will remain intact for years. There's no need to worry about spoilage, even after long periods of storage. Soy sauce's preservation properties make it an ideal pantry staple that will never expire. Just ensure the bottle is tightly sealed and stored away from heat or light. Stock up, and you'll always have a reliable, flavorful seasoning ready to go. 16. Ghee butter, or clarified butter, is a top choice for long-term storage. It lasts indefinitely when stored properly. Keep it away from moisture, heat, and light, and store it in airtight containers to maintain its quality. Don't place it near the stove or other heat sources, as exposure to high temperatures can degrade it over time. Unlike regular butter, ghee doesn't need refrigeration, making it a hassle-free, shelf-stable fat. With proper care, ghee will remain fresh and ready for use, whether for cooking or adding flavor to dishes, no matter how much time passes. 17. Spices and seasonings can last a long time, but their flavor will degrade if not stored correctly. The biggest threat to their longevity is moisture, which can cause them to lose potency or even spoil. To maximize their shelf life, store large quantities in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. This helps keep moisture and air out, preserving their flavor for years. While spices don't expire in the traditional sense, they'll be much less effective if you don't take care of them. Proper storage ensures that your seasonings stay flavorful and ready to use whenever you need them. 18 wheat berries are a great long-term stockpile food, as they can last indefinitely if stored correctly. The key is keeping them dry and sealed in airtight containers. While some people use plastic buckets, the best results come from using Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. This method protects the wheat from moisture and air, ensuring it stays fresh for decades. Properly stored, wheat berries can be ground into flour or used whole for a variety of meals. If you're serious about stockpiling, make sure to store them in optimal conditions for long-term, hassle-free preservation. 19. Salt never spoils, making it an essential item for any long-term stockpile. It's crucial for food preservation and can even be used for medicinal purposes. The key to storing salt is keeping it in a dry environment. Moisture is its biggest enemy, as it can cause clumping and reduce its effectiveness. Store salt in airtight containers or bags to avoid exposure to humidity, and it'll stay fresh indefinitely. This simple, low-cost staple is a must-have in any emergency food supply, and when stored properly, it will last as long as you need it. 20. Hard candy is a smart addition to your long-term stockpile. It lasts indefinitely as long as it's kept in airtight containers, protecting it from moisture and contaminants. This makes it perfect for emergency situations when you need a quick energy boost. Hard candy's high sugar content provides a rapid source of energy and can lift your spirits in tough times. Whether it's for survival or just a backup treat, this sweet stash will stay ready to go for as long as you need it. Stock up now, and you'll have a reliable source of energy whenever it's needed.